Hi, YouTube. I am back, and I just wanted to say thanks for subscribing and following me on this journey. I have been a bit under the weather for the last few days, so I finally got up the courage to make all of my notes today on all the different things that I wanted to talk about. But we all know that we hate long YouTube videos, so I'm going to try and make this as quick as possible as usual. So I want to post like 2 videos a week, but I'm still waiting on my new camera and the card that has to go in there. So bear with me on my iPhone for right now. Hopefully this is the last iPhone video you'll see. So as I said in my last video, I took a home pregnancy test and found out that it was negative. My period was already like a week late at that point. So I was pretty confident that I wasn't pregnant, but I was still waiting on my period. So on Monday, my period was due and it never came. On Monday this week, I actually went into the fertility clinic and took my beta test and got the results back that it was negative. So it is definitely confirmed that I'm not pregnant even though my period was late. They told me if my period didn't come by today, Friday, when I'm filming this and uploading this, they said that I probably wouldn't be on time for the next transfer cycle, which is in April. So I was worried that my period wouldn't start. I finally was cramping like really, really bad on Wednesday. And thank you God, my period came on Wednesday so that I can go ahead now and move forward with the procedure or protocol for IVF transfer April 19th, I think. So my period started on Wednesday. I was thanking God, but I was also in extreme pain all day Wednesday, all day Thursday. If you have endometriosis, then you might experience this every month, but it's almost like somebody is ripping out your insides, like your stomach and your uterus, and then like balling it up in their fists, smacking it across the room so it attaches to the wall. Mind you, you can still feel all this. And then they're pulling it back from the wall and like molding it into like putty and then smacking it back inside of you. And then they're like stirring it with their fingers for about 4 hours. So that's how I feel the pain every single month. He also said, my doctor, that the 2 cysts that I had, one on each side, he confirmed that they were endometrial cysts, and so he couldn't remove them, he couldn't drain them, and they're better left where they are, as opposed to regular cysts where you can drain them. And he also told me that they wouldn't affect my embryos at all or a viable pregnancy if he kept the endometrial cysts there. So I just want to let you know that I'm finally feeling a lot better today. I'm thankful for my period, but with my period comes excruciating pain. Usually it's just day 1, but this time it happened to be day 2. I also want to let you know that if you were taking progesterone for any reason and weren't pregnant, that's going to delay your period. I think that aided in delaying my period a ton. And this is going to be TMI, but there was a lot of tissue left over from the progesterone gel that didn't really melt into my body, like half of the gel did, and then there's like this tissue residue. So all this tissue residue has been building up in me. I think I was taking progesterone for like a good 7-8 days every morning. The crinone, it's called 8%. And so I would put that inside of my vagina every single morning, and I think it just built up in there so that my lining, when my period was due, couldn't really shed it out completely on time. So yeah, that's the TMI part. So the next step would be to get on birth control this weekend in order to keep me nice and low. They want me basically to be, I have my period, or I'm having my period, so my levels are nice and low right now, and they want to keep me that way, which is why I'm on birth control. The part that I wasn't expecting for the IVF transfer 2, I had a fresh transfer last time, and so I was like, all my shots are over, I don't have to do any more injections. Well, guess what? You're a fool, Lakeisha, that's my name, if you think so. You have to take ganirelix, which is another shot, every single day after your baseline up until transfer, which I think is going to be like April 19th or so. And my baseline is going to be April 1st. So I'm going to be taking ganirelix every single day. And that's a shot that goes straight into my stomach. I hate shots. I told you I hate shots, but that's what you just got to do. So speaking of doing what you got to do to get what you want, there was this woman in there, an older woman, when I went into the fertility clinic. She was about, I say older because she's older than me, about 42 to 46 years old. And she had the cutest baby that she was bringing into the office to show everyone. The baby was just beautiful and perfect. And I don't know about you guys, but I've never met a child who I knew absolutely 100% was the product of an IVF cycle. And so this woman, I overheard her talking to the nurses and telling them thanks and telling them how it was such a long struggle and such a process, and it's not for the faint of heart. But at the end, it's all worth it. And so I heard that, and I was just like, that gave me so much encouragement to know that even though this cycle didn't, or my fresh transfer didn't result in a pregnancy, that this woman, I don't know how many tries she's done. I don't even know if she's had any miscarriages, but just to see the end result, and just to see her coming back and showing her newborn precious daughter, she looked to be about a month old. I was just like, this is why it is all worth it. So yes, I hate shots, but bring on ganirelix, because if at the end of 9 months I'm looking down at my precious baby girl, then all those shots and all this up and down anxiety and all of these crazy things that we have to go through, it's all worth it, as you know. So I just want to close out this video by saying that I want to do more videos. I want to do like 2 videos a week, but they're probably not going to be about IVF anymore, since all I'm doing is taking birth control, waiting for my baseline on April 1st, and then waiting for my transfer on April 19th. The only IVF video I want to do is how to prepare for IVF, IUIs, transfers, and also how to prepare for failed IUIs, IVF transfers, what my plan was, what I'm still doing, how I deal with the disappointments, and how I celebrate the disappointments, because I know God has a plan and that everything happens for a reason. And so I go ham. I drink a bunch of coffee, because you're not supposed to do that when you're preparing for, IVF and stuff. So I just want to make a video about that. I also want to make more videos about my diet. So I'm into food. Like, I love food. Food porn is awesome. And I was vegan for a while and had like the best food ever. And my husband, who lives off of like burgers, chicken nuggets, and fries, and any kind of like childlike food you could think of, also really liked the flavorful vegan food that I was making. So I want to do that once I get my camera. I also want to do more hair videos, and we had a meeting with our foster care worker, licensing worker yesterday for a 6-month visit or checkup, I guess. And I just want to talk to you guys about that process if any of you out there are looking to foster to adopt, which we want to do, as well as have biological children. So yeah, thanks for sticking with me on this 9-minute video. I tried. But, what are you going to do? Yeah, talk to y'all soon. Bye.